Hey, what's up? This is Carl Joshua Ncube, founder and CEO of Rural BnB. We have started a new series on our web platforms that is called Rural Development Ideas. And the idea is to take you through piece by piece all the components that make up the rural ecosystem. Now, it started off as a tourism project, but has gone full on into rural development. And what I hope to do is to help you in this series to navigate all the different components and know exactly what it is that you can do to live that rural dream. If you're someone who's just looking at moving to the village, or if you're looking at running some kind of rural enterprise, we have solutions and ideas for you. And then finally, if you're looking specifically in the rural tourism sector, we also have the components. So in the first episode, we talked about Rural BnB as one of the first concepts or ideas. And we explored in episode 1, setting up a Rural BnB. The second component in the layering is that, okay, so now we are doing accommodation. What do we do about food? Food is a very important aspect, and people are traveling so that they can experience Africa. And we need to give them the Africa that was, the Africa that is, and the Africa that is to come. And so this past, present, and future approach is something that is embodied in our Chikafu project. Our Chikafu project is a recipe development platform that allows you to be able to harness the different approaches to food and to be able to integrate them into your business. So by going onto our Chikafu platform and looking at the various recipes, we can help you on how you can do your recipe development. Now, how do we develop recipes? We have a thing that's called the 11 T's. 11 T's of gastronomy. So I am the United Nations Tourism Special Ambassador for Gastronomy. And my objective, I guess, is to really push the agenda of African food and to integrate it thoroughly into the rural BnB ecosystem. So today's episode, we're looking specifically at recipe development. How do you develop recipes to be able to fit what business you're going to be running? And then in future episodes, we're going to be looking at the different type of food businesses that you can do, whether it's going to be a halfway house stop for takeaways, or you're going to be providing room service, or you're also going to be providing experiential sort of bush cuisine, or even doing events like weddings. Okay, so let's go on to our T's. The first T that we're going to look at is we're going to look at the tactic. What is the tactic, or what is the idea that you're trying to create? What are you trying to do? Is it going to be a business, like I've mentioned before? You need to understand that. The second thing that you're needing to understand is what territory are you in? This is very important. Where are we? What kind of food are we going to be composing within that particular territory? What is it celebrating? And who is it actually going to? So the next thing we look at is what are we looking at creating in terms of the tone? So the tone sort of represents the types of colors we're going to be trying to look at, the look of the food itself, what the end result is supposed to be. The fourth thing that we need to look at is going to be our theme. So what is the theme of the food going to be about? Is it for wedding? Is it for a ceremony? Is it going to be room service? There are different approaches that apply to the different themes. So now we get into the food itself. The first thing that we're going to look at is the next T, which is going to be the taste. What sort of taste are we going for? Salty, sour, sweet, umami, the different types of flavors and how they hit the tongue and how it's analyzed by the brain. These flavors are very important. What the food is going to be smelling like. This is an important aspect to figure out when you're developing a recipe. So here I haven't even started looking at what the dish is going to be called, but I'm really thinking now about what sort of taste do we want to give people. It leads us to the next thing, the texture. What kind of textures do those tastes deliver, right? Is it going to be crunchy? Is it going to be smooth? Is it going to be gritty? Is it going to be a crumble? Is it going to be hard? Is it going to be soft? Is it going to be, the textures of falling off the bone, muscle? Is it going to... There are all these things that we need to think about when we're talking about the texture, because it allows us to be able to go to the next phase, which is going to be the technique. So in order to achieve a particular taste and a particular texture, what technique are we going to be doing? So to understand technique, let me give you an example. Heat can cause a potato to go soft, but can cause an egg to go hard, right? So you need to understand the different techniques that you're going to be using, because they have a different way of behaving with the food itself. So whether you're going to be boiling, grilling, frying, you're going to be baking, you're going to sous vide, you are going to steam, you're going to smoke. These are all different techniques that are available at your disposal to use on the food itself. So once you have figured out what kind of technique you're going for, and there's quite a lot of different techniques which are going to be outlined. So what we do with this particular series is what I do on video, I then put it as a business plan on our website, which relaunches as V8, so version 8, on the 15th of December. So you will understand what all these techniques are. There are different types of techniques: cooking on fire, cooking on gas, cooking on electric, spit roasts. So there's so many different things that you can do from a technique perspective, which leads us to the next T, which is going to be about the temperature. So what temperature are you going to be using? Are you using high temperature? Are you going to be using a medium temperature? All of those give the food a different characteristic and can give you different results. Then we start thinking about the time. What is the time that it takes to produce the food? Remember, the food which is produced the time could be the time that it takes in the kitchen. It could be the time that it takes to grow the food. It could be the time that it takes to process the food. For example, when you're talking about fermentations and so on, time is a very important aspect. We work from the delivery time and we work our way backwards in terms of how we are actually going to be doing the food itself. So time is a very important component of this process. Then finally, we look at the theater. The theater is going to be the packaging of the food. What is it going to look like when it gets to the table? When people are looking at a dish, it's presented towards them. Is it going to be flambe? Is it going to be brought with waiters? Is it going to be a buffet style? How are you going to garnish it? What are the ways that you're going to be packaging this food, and how is that going to make people feel? If it's a takeaway box, what is it going to be looking like? How is it going to be branded? These are all important components of the cooking process, how it all comes together. So people end up not just eating sadza, but sadza becomes a sadza experience. So what happens? Do you sit down? Do they put you in a particular cloak? Is someone going to explain the sadza and the different types of grains? Are they going to walk through the fields to see the grains as they are being farmed? Are they going to go past the milling station? Are they going to meet some of the farmers and then have a meal? So the theater involves the whole process of what you're going to be doing with food. And this is an important part of the ecosystem in rural BnB, is that we're not just talking about putting food on a plate. We're talking about giving people an overall amazing experience in your establishment of what you are going to be cooking. So those are the different T's that you need to understand of gastronomy that I've written or come up with. I encourage people to go onto the Chikafu website and also just look at the various articles that are there. If you're booking a consultation, you can always book one with us to help you figure out what your menu is going to be. But for now, this series is available for free on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like and share. And then we also have a WhatsApp channel, which is the Rural BnB Africa channel.